my channel. So, okay, a lot is going on right now. We had 2 episodes this week. We had the Fantasy Suite episode, and then we also had a Men's Tell All. I think that I'm going to break up these videos just because I don't want you guys to have to sit here and watch a 20-minute video of a recap of both episodes. If you guys are anything like me, I don't like to sit and watch a video on YouTube for that long. So I hope you guys are okay with that. I am going to push for the Men's Tell All recap to be out Friday. I know it's a little bit different than what we've been doing, but I just feel like you guys will enjoy that better if they're broken up. So make sure you come check out my channel on Friday. Now, regarding this entire episode, Jojo, I am so mad at you. All right, guys, let's get started. Okay, if you guys remember last week's episode, it was to be continued. So we didn't know what was gonna happen. Jojo was saying that she was gonna let go of Luke, and then Luke came to talk to her, and we were just left with that. And I was convinced Chase was going home because I was like, you know what? Chase's hometown date was boring as hell. I don't even really remember anything significant that happened at his hometown date, and I was like, okay, we are ready to let go of Chase. It's gonna be Luke, it's gonna be Robbie, and it's gonna be Jordan. Well, I was so wrong. Jordan is, of course, the first person that gets the rose. Then it's Robbie, and then it's Chase. She honestly let go of Luke? Are you kidding me? I know she said she had been waiting for Luke to open up and tell her that he was in love with her, but you got rid of him and you kept Chase? I have no words. I was so mad. I screamed at the TV, and I am just still in shock. How did you let go of Luke? While she was walking out Luke, she basically said she just never felt like she knew where Luke stood in the relationship, and you saw it on Luke's face. He was completely shocked. I mean, I was completely shocked. Luke just kept saying, you know, this wasn't supposed to happen this way. This isn't supposed to happen. And, Luke, my heart breaks for you. However, I do have a really cute friend in Kentucky that I think I want to set you up with. Jojo did seem completely devastated getting rid of Luke. She did say that it was the hardest rose ceremony yet. I wasn't ready for you to get rid of Luke. So now they are off to Thailand, and the first one-on-one date is with Robbie. They go and get a foot massage. Now the ex situation was brought up again, and honestly, I'm having a hard time figuring out if it's just Robbie's personality, if he just falls in love really hard and he is super emotional and he's extremely romantic, or if he is just overcompensating because of his ex situation, because she's still somewhat in the picture. He's reassuring Jojo, it's done, it's over with. The same stuff that we've heard 1,000 times over again. And he pulls out a note from his pocket, and this note is from his dad. Apparently, when they had the hometown date, Robbie's dad noticed that Robbie was, you know, somewhat in distress over the situation, just because I think Robbie probably felt like he had a good chance of losing Jojo because of all the drama he comes with. It says something along the lines of, don't let it get you down. We see how much you love this girl. Just push forward, do what you have to do. And he wanted Jojo to keep that letter. Again, I just kind of feel like he's having to overcompensate because he comes with a lot of baggage. One thing I noticed about Robbie, and something that I think Jojo really appreciates, is that Robbie does not have a hard time expressing his feelings. Again, I don't know if this is like his tactic here, but he will let Jojo know 24/7 that he is in love with this girl and that this is the girl of his dreams. I mean, I heard him say that he loved her, I swear, about 1,000 times that day. Now, as you guys know, it is Fantasy Suite time. She does give Robbie a card that is from Chris Harrison that says, if you choose to forgo your own room, you know, enjoy this. And it's a key to a fantasy suite where they get to spend the night together, do whatever they gotta do, maybe talk. But from the interviews after, it looks like they had a very nice time together, however you want to take that. They seem ultra close after that date, and Jojo tells us in an interview that she's in love with Robbie. Now, the second one-on-one date is with Jordan. She starts off by taking him on this extremely challenging hike where they just get to talk and get to know each other a little bit more. They talk a lot about her family. Jordan is asking what's to be expected. He basically says that his 3 dream is to have his future wife's father look at him in the eye and know this is the one for his daughter. This is the one that's going to take care of his daughter, love his daughter, protect his daughter, etc., etc. And she said something along the lines of she wants that too. Now, was she saying that to Jordan directly or just a generalized statement? I don't know. However, she is doubting Jordan still. Jojo asked Jordan about his future plans, where he sees himself, and he has no idea. And she becomes insecure about that just because she said she's done a long distance relationship before and it doesn't work for her. He then says he's willing to go wherever she is. And why? Because he's in love with her and because she's the one for him. Something that she does with Jordan that I don't feel like she does as much with Robbie is she questions Jordan's love for her, where she wants to know, why does he feel the way he does? How does he know that she's the one? He basically just says something like, he's never felt this way before, he knows it's different, she brings out a better side of him. Very generic stuff. I feel like stuff that you could easily read on a Hallmark card. Now, she also gives Jordan a fantasy suite date night, and after that date, she tells us she's in love with him too. So she's confirmed she is in love with both Robbie and with Jordan. And let me just add, I feel that Jordan confirmed they slept together because he said that they took a big step in their relationship that night. Okay, and then for the last one-on-one date, it is obviously with Chase. And Chase is completely out of his shell at this point. I feel like that hometown date was something that Chase needed, even though I feel like it was completely insignificant, at least to me as a viewer. But Chase was really playful and flirty and loving, and honestly, the entire date, I felt like they were kissing. So during the day, they went to this fish market or something like that, where he was kissing a fish, but then he was like kissing Jojo. Guessing she didn't mind that. And then they went on a beach where they were kissing some more in the water. I mean, literally the entire time they were kissing. And then during that break between the day date and the night date, Jojo gets a knock at her door and it's Robbie. Robbie, it isn't your date. What are you doing here? Honestly, I feel like that messed up Jojo in the head just because it's a major distraction. Here she is having an amazing date with Chase, and then all of a sudden here comes the other guy like swooping on in on his date. And Robbie comes in, it's just like, I just missed you. Like, I just missed everything about you. I already missed you. I just needed to see you. And it's kissing her, and it's like, hey man, that's not cool. So then when it came time to the dinner portion of the date, I feel like Jojo was completely checked out. And I don't know if it was because of Robbie. I feel like that had a lot to do with it. But all of a sudden, you could see it on her face that she just wasn't feeling Chase anymore. I mean, 5 hours prior to that, she was all over Chase, kissing him and hugging him and playing with him. And then now it's like, all right, pack your bags, it's time to go. She gives him the fantasy suite card. And I'm thinking to myself, why are you doing this? You're not even into him anymore. I can see it. I can read it. Everyone can read it, except for poor Chase. Here Chase was completely opening up to Jojo finally. I mean, really deeply opening up to Jojo for the first time I feel like this entire season. And he's saying that he's been so scared all along, but he just knows and he loves her and he's falling in love with her. And he just feels like there's no reason to be scared anymore. And again, like I said, during this entire time that he's saying he's in love with her face is just like, she's confused and she's not feeling him anymore. And she all of a sudden gets up and she's like, I need a moment. And she runs outside, and that's when she has a major breakdown because she realizes, I'm not even interested in this guy anymore. She comes back in and tells him, I don't feel the same way about you. I mean, Jojo, why even give him the fantasy suite card? I don't understand. And you could see Chase was so pissed. He was like, this makes no sense. Why would you give me this card? I mean, exactly what I'm questioning. Why give him that hope that something is gonna happen when you're just gonna shut him down mid-date? She kept trying to say that she was trying to be fair with him, and he kept saying that she didn't give him a chance. I do kind of feel that way with, at least with that night in particular, because honestly, I really believe Robbie got into your head. You should have never allowed Robbie into your room on Chase's day. So Chase ends up walking out and she's kind of running after him, and you could just tell he just wants out of there. He wants nothing to do with it anymore. He even makes a joke and he jumps into the car and says, "Oh, is this my fantasy suite?" He said he was shattered and he felt stupid for opening up and he was embarrassed. And I completely understand what he's saying. So regardless of her getting rid of Chase early, she still decided to do a rose ceremony for the other guys because they don't know that Chase is gone at this point. So she invites the guys down to a rose ceremony. She comes down and expresses that she decided to let Chase go last night because she was not in love with him, that she has such strong feelings for Robbie and Jordan. And then all of a sudden, you see Chase coming down those stairs. Chase asked to pull Jojo aside, and I'm thinking to myself, oh no. And Chase basically isn't begging for Jojo back. It's just apologizing for the way that he acted towards her, that he was hurt and just shocked and embarrassed. And he did say something about he'll always be here. So later on down the road, if anything were to happen, he would be there. I thought that was really sweet of Chase, and it was very mature of Chase, because I have to be honest, if I were Chase in that situation and someone invited me to a fantasy suite and then just dumped me right then and there, I probably wouldn't have been that nice. Chase then got up, they went their separate ways. She came back, she gave Jordan and Robbie their roses, and that was it. So the big finale is next week. Who do you guys think she's gonna pick? I am so excited for next week. Now, obviously this show is ending. There will be only 2 more recaps with the Guys Tell All and the finale. But Bachelor in Paradise starts the following day. Are you guys interested in seeing recaps of that? Let me know down below. As always, let me know who you guys are feeling. Is it Robbie or is it Jordan? And let me know what you think about our guy Luke gone. I can't believe it, you guys. I thought it was gonna be Luke and Jordan, top 2. I was so wrong. So let's chat down below. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know if you guys are interested in seeing Bachelor in Paradise recaps. And I will see you guys on Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for subscribing. And if you aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a few days. Bye.